I was watching a very famous Hollywood actor being interviewed the other day. He's done quite well for himself, let's just say. And he was talking about how he got through the tough times, the rejections, the setbacks in his career, and how he dealt with all that. In Meditations, he talks about how we should do what's right, what's good, what's beautiful, what's just in accordance with nature. And he says, how does nature act? By helping others, by benefiting others, by putting others' needs before our own. And so this actor said that when he was going through tough times, when he was experiencing rejection, when things weren't going his way, he would try to be kind. He would try to help others. He would try to put other people's needs before his own. And by doing so, he was able to get through those tough times. He was able to stay grounded. He was able to keep going. And it was really interesting because what he said was not what I expected at all. Everything is about me, my feelings, my needs, my wants, my desires. And it's easy to get caught up in that. It's easy to think that the world owes us something. But the truth is, we're all in this together. We all need each other. And when we focus on ourselves, when we focus on our own needs to the exclusion of other people, that's when we become unhappy. That's when we become unfulfilled. But when we turn our attention outward, when we focus on other people, when we focus on helping others, then we become happier. We become more fulfilled, and we become more resilient in the face of adversity. He actually cited Stoic philosophy as being a big part of how he was able to get through those tough times. And I think it's a great reminder for all of us that even the most successful people in the world have to deal with rejection. They have to deal with setbacks. They have to deal with failure. And it's how we respond to those things. It's how we choose to see them that makes all the difference. So if you're going through a tough time right now, if you're experiencing rejection, if you're experiencing failure, know that it's not the end of the world. Know that it's not the end of your story. And by focusing on what you can control, by focusing on helping others, you can get through this. You can stay calm. You can stay resilient. And ultimately, you can get to where you want to go. Specifically, he mentioned 2 lessons from Stoicism that helped him. The first one is the idea that you should focus on what you can control, not what you can't. He said that when he was starting out and he was getting rejected, he realized that there were some things that were within his control, like his effort, his attitude, the way he treated people, and there were other things that were not within his control, like the outcome, like whether or not he got the part, like whether or not he succeeded. And so he focused on what he could control, not on what he couldn't. And this is a classic Stoic idea. It's from Epictetus. He says, some things are in our control and others not. The things in our control are our thoughts, our impulses, our judgments. The things not in our control are events, the actions of others, the weather, the choices others make. So when you're calm about things that are not in your control, when you realize that some things are just completely up to luck, other things are completely up to other people, and those things you can't influence, then you free yourself up to focus on what you can influence. And this is such an important lesson for anyone, not just actors, not just entrepreneurs, but everyone. When you realize that you can't control everything, you can control some things. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter, that you can't influence, and you put all your energy into the things that you can influence. And I think that's a huge part of what it means to be calm. It's not just a lack of reactivity. It's also a lack of worrying about things that are not in your control. The second thing that this famous actor said helped him was this idea of acting in accordance with nature. This idea comes from Marcus Aurelius. This is such an important lesson, especially now. We live in such a self-focused, individualistic culture. So I love this story. I love the fact that this famous actor was able to use Stoic philosophy to help him through tough times.